Welcome to another episode of the I Am Undeniable podcast. I'm your host, Alex, and what I'm actually going to be talking about today is how to go from busy to balance. And I'm going to be giving you guys some fitness tips, when it comes down to your goals, right? When you're having such a busy schedule, maybe you got some big ambitions at work, you got a family, like things are super busy. It's like, well, how do you prioritize getting your fitness in no matter what, while trying to find like the right balance to hit your goals at the same time outside of fitness? So you want to pay attention to this episode because it's going to be extremely valuable. I'm going to give you guys a lot of action tips, a lot of tools that you honestly can use to really accomplish your goals at the end of the day, right? And I think like a lot of the tips I'm going to give you at the same time is really going to surprise you. And I think you guys are going to quite enjoy this quite a lot. So I'm going to cover 4 main tips during this episode. And each tip is going to give you an actual items that you can honestly use to lose weight, build muscle while balancing your busy lifestyle on top of that. And it's going to be extremely valuable. So let's jump straight into it. So my biggest tip is like organization, right? And I think a lot of people get this part confused because usually when you're super busy, right? You're working a full-time job, maybe you got your business, you're balancing your family, it can get quite overwhelming. And having things organized in a calendar or a to-do list on, your fridge with your family can honestly balance quite a bit out. Because when you're on a fitness journey, one of the things that you really got to think about is you don't want to sacrifice all of your time outside of your life to go all into your fitness. And I see that's a big mistake a lot of people make. They're in the gym multiple times a day. They're, meal prepping, following their calories. You're trying to do everything possible to lose weight. But like the thing is that you got to accommodate your lifestyle in both aspects. Fitness needs to be part of your life, not your life needs to be a part about fitness, right? Your fitness is meant to like give you the tools and give you the abilities to really enhance your lifestyle. So the first thing that I would do, and what I actually get my clients to do, is we want to organize our day-to-day and our week-to-week to make sure that we can make fitness a part of our life and not the other way around. And if we do that, you can find a tremendous amount of time throughout the day that you probably aren't even aware of, like scrolling on your phone, watching Netflix, small little moments throughout the day just that add up to hours and hours of just wasted time that you could be actually using to prioritize for your fitness and health. So we got to be very aware of that, very aware of like where we're including our time, because if we break things down, you'll really discover that you got more time than you actually realize to dedicate towards your fitness. And it can be a massive difference. You can use this with the Google Calendar. I have a weekly planner and a to-do list on my fridge that we get things done. And being more organized is just going to allow you to get things done quicker, more efficient, and faster. It takes a little bit of a while to kind of build up that habit, but it's going to help you tremendously, right? So that's tip number 1. You want to get super organized with it, and it's going to help you a lot. Tip number 2, you got to work out in the morning. Like if you have a busy schedule, you just need to get it done in the morning. And I get why some people might be a little bit hesitant because they want to work out in the afternoon or evening. But like if you work out in the evening, you're going to be too tired. If you work out in the evening, you're going to be so busy. Things come up. It's impossible to get in sometimes. I have a schedule like that all the time. When I was working out in the afternoon or evening, I would constantly push it back because meetings come up. Fires in my business would come up. Things with my girlfriend would come up that would need to take priority. And then all of a sudden, that time I will work out at like 1 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, all of a sudden becomes 11 o'clock at night. And then I would work out until 1 in the morning. I would get no sleep because I would be restless and I wouldn't get quality sleep overnight, which means I would wake up in the morning exhausted, right? Versus going to bed a little bit earlier, getting to the gym in the morning, feeling refreshed and not feeling burnt out for the rest of the day. It just makes sense to get your workout in the morning. And like, believe me when I say this, most entrepreneurs, and not all of them that I know, like actual successful ones, they all work out in the morning. So why wouldn't you repeat what they're doing, right? They're all super busy. They all have families. It just makes sense to do. So we want to prioritize getting your fitness in the morning. Number 3, nutrition. Nutrition. You want to make sure you're feeling your best and quality self. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make is they don't want to meal prep. You don't want to eat quality, nutritious food for whatever reason. I personally don't understand, right? It's like you want to self-sabotage against yourself and you don't want to do the things that work. Well, let me tell you the truth. When it comes to getting results, the results don't really give a shit about how you feel and about your feelings at the end of the day. You got to make the sacrifice to go all in into your nutrition and make the decisions to meal prep, dial in your macros to make sure things are aligned. And if you're not sure where to start with that, DM me free guide and I will send you a 15-minute video training that's literally breaking down step by step of what you need to eat on a day-to-day basis in order to lose fat and get in shape. But you got to make this damn decision. Like, enough with wasting your time with not wasting your time. Fuck it. It is wasting your time. You're wasting your damn time, like not committing to the process when it comes down to your food intake. Like, it's always binge eating, cheating on food, going to parties, having this stuff in front of you, and like forcing yourself into situations where you're not going to be successful. And you literally just got to make the damn decision. And it's a frustrating thing to see as a coach because it seems like most people are afraid to make the damn commitment in the decision. And because you're afraid to make the commitment in the damn decision, like, obesity is going up. Like, it's a problem out there. And you need to make the decision to change it. Otherwise, you're going to keep going circles over and over and over again, right? You got to make the damn decisions. That's like my third tip. And the fourth tip, which is, I feel like, is the most important thing. You got to say no to things. You got to say no to going to the bar. You got to say no to the fast food. You got to create boundaries. You got to learn to say no to things. Like, at the end of the day, when it comes to losing body fat and getting in shape, you got to make some damn sacrifices in order to make it. And if you're not willing to make the sacrifice, like cutting out Netflix, like not going out to those parties on the weekend, maybe you got to avoid certain things out at the restaurant when you go out for your work meetings. You got to make the logical decision to make that happen in order to get a certain result. If you're not willing to do that, well, I'm fucking sorry. You ain't going to get results. That's just the truth. The science does not lie. Math does not lie. And you got to make a decision as an adult to literally just go all in on it, right? It's like, it's hard, but it's not hard at the same time, right? It's a decision at the end of the day. Now, there's a lot of science that is saying that, it's not your fault that you're overweight. It's not your fault that you've gotten yourself into this situation, yada, 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 which I agree with to an extent. Absolutely, I agree with. But the reality is, it's your responsibility to change it. And if you don't change it, things will get worse. They just will. You got to ask yourself, what are you willing to sacrifice at the end of the day? Right? Like, as an example, I went with my girlfriend to the park with her kids. And one of the things that I talk about with people about why they can't commit to their fitness journey is because they don't want to take time away from their family, right? They don't want to take time away from their family because they want to spend more time with them. Even though getting in shape is going to give you more energy, it's going to allow you to be a better parent. Like, no, but it's just taking too much time from my little ones. I want to spend more time with them. Guess what happens to all of these parents who are at this damn park? They're all on their fucking phone. They're sitting on the bench. You go play. We're just going to sit here and text on our damn freaking phone all the time. Parents at malls. Parents when they pick up their kids from schools. Guarantee you when you're at home, you're too tired. You're sitting down watching Netflix and doing shit all. That's just the truth. Whereas if you're actually in shape and have the energy, you can actually play with your kids and spend quality time with them that way. I know, because I'm like that myself. I got the energy to fucking do it. It is just the damn truth at the end of the day. Right? So make a decision. Make a decision and commit to it.